I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna switch it up and do something that I normally don't do, which is gonna be a workout with a voiceover. And before we get into that, I just wanted to follow up from the last vlog, which was the Thanksgiving vlog, to let you all know that week I did end up losing 1.8 pounds. It's a little skewed because our check-in days changed from Monday to Friday, but the next time I weighed in, I was 1.8 pounds down, which I'm super happy with because, to be honest, I would have been fine if I didn't gain or lose anything, even if I just stayed the same weight. I just didn't really want to gain. But the loss counts, so go girl. And I hope you all enjoy the voiceover. Let me know how you feel about it, but I'm just gonna walk you through some of the exercises that we did and give you raw footage. Okay, we started out with these tricep push downs on the cable machine. I want to say I was doing about 20 here, like 20 pounds. The one thing about this machine at my gym is that the 20 pounds on a lot of stuff is too light, but the next step up is 30 and that's too heavy. So I'm trying to work my way up to 30, but right now I'm still at 20. But notice how we had to do the reverse grip. So I can't remember the actual rep numbers, but I know we had to do so many overhand and then so many underhand. And the underhand is kind of awkward when it comes to your wrists. Like, I felt like my wrists were in a very weird, awkward position, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, but so is life, right? Some of the things that Dawn has us do are more isolated, and then there are other things like this where the entire group is doing them at the same time. So for this, once again, cannot remember the amount of reps. I want to say it was something like 50 maybe, but we had to do bicep curls. And as you can see, I'm curling pretty fast, and that's because the weight is light. So in my mind, sometimes when we do things like this, I'm like, oh, no problem, like I got this, because I want to say that was only like 5 pounds, maybe 10 at the most. But as you can see, it's not heavy for me, but high reps. So sometimes I really have to humble myself and let myself know, like, girl, don't be feeling too good about yourself now, because the high reps are going to fatigue you, even at a weight that is light for you. And to further prove that last point, I want y'all to see me. I'm getting tired. Y'all see, I have to do the shimmy. That's my favorite way to loosen up my arms and stuff when I'm getting tight doing upper body. But I noticed the form changes because you see I'm using my body a little more because it hurts. It's heavy, even though it's not heavy, but y'all get what I'm saying. We got a quick little cameo from Dawn. Anytime she has to pull that rope, I feel real bad for her, but that's okay. And here's my sister, because she want to be in my video, Sullian. But next we had to do cable bicep curls, and y'all, please watch this because I cracked up as I was editing this, because you see I started off real nice and strong. If I had to guess, I think that is like 60, 70 pounds, but you see how quickly I got fatigued on that. Like, I was a little humbled. I said, you know what? Let me be a little bit more realistic and let me take the weight down a little bit. So just wait on it. There she goes, switching the weights, because I realized the amount of reps that we had to do was not going to happen at that weight. So it's all right to have to bring it down some, because sometimes our egos are a little inflated, and I recognize that. Now is the perfect time to address why I titled this like a real and a raw workout, because I am literally just showing you what I recorded. There's no fancy edits on this. There's not me picking my best angles. And y'all, as I was watching this clip, I highly considered cutting it out because I said, this is not the best angle of me, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm me, and that's all I can be. But back to the exercises. So for this, it was once again a group thing, and we were all doing a Tabata, which was 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, even though the off in this case really wasn't off. So the 20 seconds were the lateral raises, and then the 10 seconds were the hold. And y'all see I always start dancing and shimmying and shaking when things start hurting. That's my personal way of trying to push through what I'm doing. But this Tabata was tough, and once again, I doubted how hard it would be because of the weights. I thought I had it in the bag because we were only using 5-pound weights, but never fails that Dawn will humble you. The workouts will humble you. The reps and the weights will humble you. Okay, let me go now because I'm talking too much. I'll see y'all on the next exercise. My sister was feeling real camera social this day because y'all see her. Hey. But back to the workouts. We had to do the lateral pull downs. And for this, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, my lateral pull down is getting very, very decent. My max on there is about 115. Like, yeah, I'm pulling whole people. My best friend is not far from 115. Like, I'm basically pulling her. And that's crazy to say. Because I remember the days when 70 used to be a lot, and it's not anymore. And then on these, I think my max is around the same, about 115. When it comes to strength training in the gym, one thing I really pride myself on is taking my times with my reps, because it really grinds my gears when I see people lifting super heavy to the point where it's momentum getting it up, not necessarily your strength. So I make sure I'm gonna take my time and do my rep, because that's what's really gonna help me build the strength, not going fast. I really wish I could have shown you all the next set of exercises, but we were all doing it at the same time, and I could only get my sister killing the very end of it. But y'all, it was a whole experience. The next time we do it, I swear I'm gonna just have to prop up the camera and get it. But anywho, for the burnout, we did core, and core is not one of my strong suits at all. Like, I really can't even begin to explain why my core tends to be so weak. But that's one thing that I'm really trying to work on, and not even trying, that I am working on, is engaging my core when I do these different lifts and exercises, because that is part of the reason why earlier this year I hurt my back. The chiropractor told me that a lot of the muscles in like the core region basically were not functioning at optimal level, if you want to be technical. But I just know, like, I really need to work on my core, and that will help me avoid pain in my back and just have more successful lifts, and it'll just improve the quality of life, essentially. But one thing that I was really happy about with these are V-ups. I didn't catch one cramp, and I'm a good one for catching a stomach cramp when we do core, because we don't technically really do it that often. I heard everybody else screaming and groaning and moaning, and I was proud of myself, because even though I was giving a little bit of pain face, I was doing these reps, okay? Yeah. And finally, I bring you to our last core exercise. These were, I'm blanking, but I'm not gonna stop this recording. We're gonna keep going. Straight leg sit-ups, that's what they were. So literally, your legs are just straight and you're sitting up. Looks easy, but y'all, doing these core exercises, if you don't have a strong core, you're not used to it, it will just make your muscles churn and ache and everything. And back to the real and raw, I almost cut this part out as well because my stomach, but that's fine because she won't be here forever, and that is certain. So once again, I'm proud of myself for not catching any cramps, and I forgot to mention that both of these core exercises were done on a Tabata. So we had periods of activity and periods of rest. Emphasis on the rest right here. Doesn't my sister look thrilled, y'all? I had to get her at the end of our workouts. She said she didn't enjoy it, but she's a better woman because of it. And this is the face of a woman that just murdered her clients. The end.
I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnuts roasting Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm